How to rent yourself a pair of wheels when you come to Tochen? Well, you're in luck. Practically right outside of the train station, Mr. Lin has a bike shop where he rents scooters, electric scooter or bicycles, and regular bicycles as well. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to give you a ballpark on the pricing as well. But you should know that this could vary, right? There's public holidays, there's all kinds of other things that might happen. But this will give you at least a ballpark on what you're going to spend renting yourself a pair of wheels in Tochen. Right, so when you come out of the train station, you go to the main road, you do a right turn, and then on that first big intersection, you're going to see Mr. Lin's bike and bicycle rental shop. I mean, you can't miss it by all the scooters on the outside. We'll talk about renting a bicycle first. You don't need any kind of special requirements or anything to rent a bicycle. He rents a bicycle at $280 a day. He can put on a little basket for you if that's what you prefer. If you want to rent for 2 days, 3 days, $200 a day, more than 7 days, he'll work out a special deal for you. A month and so on, there's a special deal. Next, I think we should look at renting a scooter. Now, if you want to rent a scooter, there's quite a few things to consider. First of all, you have to be over 18 years old. And second of all, you need to have a Taiwanese driving license. As in, he does not accept international license. He's very apologetic about it, by the way, but he's had lots of trouble with international licenses. There's something to do with they cannot claim it, or I'm not exactly sure how it works. Just know that he's not going to accept an international license. So the person renting the scooter must have a Taiwanese driving license. The scooters are nice and powerful, so they can go uphill if you plan to go into the mountains. You can have 2 people on a scooter, of course, if you prefer. They go longer distances if you wanted to ride a bit further. The scooters are rented to you with a full tank of gas, and he asks that you bring it back with a full tank of gas. If, for example, you don't have time, you're going to miss your train or whatever, you can bring the scooter back and just give him 100 NT for gas, and he'll go fill it up himself. Okay, related to pricing for renting a scooter, you have a couple of different options. You can rent a 100cc scooter at 400 NT for 24 hours. And 24-hour rental means if you take it today at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you have to bring it back before tomorrow, 3 o'clock. That's your option. And if you bring it back before that time, it still counts as 24 hours. So a 100cc scooter for 400 NT dollars per 24 hours. 125cc scooter, $400 to $600, depending on the scooter and the day of the week. And then 155cc at $600 to $800 for 24 hours. You do have another option as well. You can do a shorter time if you want. You can rent for just 2 hours, and that would be $200 NT dollars for 2 hours. And then every hour after that, it counts as 100 NT dollars per hour that you rented. So if you only want to rent it for, 2 hours or 3 hours, that might be a better option. In this option, however, he will give you the scooter that's available. You don't really have a choice in what you get. If you do want to choose, there'll be an additional fee to that. Now we're going to look at the electric bike or the electric scooter. This one he's very enthusiastic to rent out, and it seems like a pretty good option if you do not plan to go uphill with it. You need to be at least 14 years old to rent this electric bike, and you need a valid document of Taiwan. So either an ARC, a APRC, a passport, something like that to rent this, but you don't need an actual Taiwanese driving license to rent this. These little electric bikes have a speed of about 40 kilometers an hour. They're not super powerful to go uphill, and they definitely cannot carry more than one person. He says if you're driving around Tochen, Waiao, Jiaoxi, the towns next door, about a 10-kilometer radius, these little scooters are perfect for that. He's giving it to you with a fully charged battery, and you can go back to the shop and exchange the battery if you like, but he's also going to give you a power cable that you can charge the battery yourself if you prefer. A very important note that I should say is in Taiwan, it is illegal to drink and drive. Basically, the limit is 0, and that counts for any type of vehicle, scooter, electric bike, or bicycle. So the electric bike rates, you have 3 options. You can also do the minimum 2 hours at 200 NT and then an additional $100 NT per hour afterwards. Or you can do $600 the same day return. He's open from 9 in the morning till 8 in the evening. So if you pick up the electric bike or scooter in the morning, you return it before 8 o'clock in the evening, it's $600. Or you could do the 24-hour rental, 3 o'clock today and bring it back before 3 o'clock tomorrow, for example, and that would be $800 NT. It's relatively straightforward to ride one of these electric scooter bike things. I had him explain it to me and I'm just simply going to translate it. That would be the easiest. So he's going to put a fully charged battery in the bike for you, and then on the remote you have one button that turns the bike on that you press. Once the bike is turned on, you'll see the screen light up with a little P. You then press the yellow button on the right handlebar and that will start the bike. The bike is now started. If you accelerate, it will move. If you're holding the brake, the scooter will not move. Even if you accelerate, it won't move. The brake needs to be released before the scooter will move. On the right handlebar are your lights, and on the left handlebar are your indicators. When you press the power button on the screen, the motorbike will turn off, or the scooter will turn off, and the steering wheel will automatically lock. To charge it, you have a couple of options. You can come to the shop and he'll give you a fully charged battery. He's also going to give you this battery pack mounting station that you can take it to 110 volts that you can plug in. You can pull the battery out and then put it on that mount and it'll charge overnight. Or you can open up the seat and plug that charging cable right into the scooter while the battery is inside. If you're going to rent something from him for more than 7 days, more than a week, he's going to work out a special deal for you. So the prices that I'm giving you is just those short-term rentals. So if you're doing a week or a month, or apparently people even rent for 6 months, that would be a case by case. So you can talk to him about that and he'll work out a good deal for you. Finally, we talk a little bit about the insurance real quick. In Taiwan, you must have third-party insurance. His electric scooters as well as his scooters all have that already. If you do want to have additional insurance, to give you just a ballpark figure, you have to pay additionally $273 per day for 50,000 NT dollar coverage for damage to the vehicle as well as yourself. If you want to have coverage up to $100,000, that's $313 per day extra. $200,000 coverage, that's $342 extra per day. And $300,000 coverage per day on yourself or the vehicle, that's 402 NT dollars that you have to pay extra. However, he says most people just take the third-party insurance and feel like that's enough for the purpose that they're using it in Toucheng for. I guess unless you were planning on going up the mountain and you're going to have 2 people on the bike, the electric scooter seems to be a really good option. Like I said, you could go into the shop and he'll give you another battery, or you have that nifty cable that you can charge it overnight wherever you're staying.